Hey girls, welcome to the garden. We are so glad that you're here. I wanted to do a video just to kind of tell you what the garden is about. What's our mission? What are we here for? Why are we meeting? What's our foundation? What's the vision for the group? And I just want to kind of lay down some foundational truths for our group of where we see us going and who we are. So the mission of the garden group is we are a local community of women walking deeper into the heart of the Father through the journeys of infertility, infant loss, miscarriage, and adoption. Jeremiah 31:2 says, "The people who survived the sword found grace in the wilderness." Later on in that passage, it says that He will make their lives like a well-watered garden, and they shall languish no more. In the hard parts of our stories, the wilderness seasons of the soul, is where the Father extends an invitation to us, inviting us deeper into His heart. In the midst of suffering, unanswered prayers, and deep heart sores, we can be well-watered women, finding our life source in Him. When our hearts are well-watered by walking in deep friendship with Him, the only response is an overflow of His love out of our hearts into the hearts of others. The vision for this ministry is to provide a safe space where women walking these journeys can ask hard questions, feel safe to be vulnerable, and walk in community together, all through the lens of hope. That's who we are. That's what we're about. We are women who walked through hard things. We have hard parts in our stories, but we don't want to just stay in the desert. But we know that the Father offers grace there in the wilderness for us. And we can be in one of the hardest seasons of our life, and we can thrive, and we can be well-watered women. So that's kind of our mission. Our mission is to invite women who are walking through seasons of infertility, infant loss, miscarriage, and adoption. We want those women to come here and experience what does it look like to walk in deep friendship with the Father. And when our circumstances, they don't exactly match up with what we believe of who we know God to be, what do we do with that? And what do we do with our questions with Him in the midst of this suffering and the hard parts of our stories? The garden, we want to be a safe place where women can come and can truly thrive in the wilderness. And most of all, we want women to fall in love with the Father and to be women who walk through the desert, but their hearts are well-watered gardens. So that's who we are. Our mission is to just love on these women and welcome them here and grow in community, and that's what we want to do. We want to walk in deep friendship with the Father and then teach other women how to do that in the midst of these stories. We want to build a culture of miracles. So the point of this group is to walk through these stories together. So a lot of people are probably like, okay, well, what happens if I get pregnant? I mean, do I keep coming to the group? Do I stop? Like, what happens when my baby comes home from adoption? Here's the thing. Infertility, miscarriage, infant loss, adoption, it is always a part of your story. So if you are pregnant and your miracle, your long-awaited miracle has happened, then you are supposed to be here, because infertility and all of those things are still part of your story. Just because you get the baby that you've prayed for so long, it doesn't mean that that part of your story is over. And we want to be a culture of miracles. So if you are praying for my miracle, if you are praying and you are investing in my life by praying for the miracle that I'm praying for. So whenever I get pregnant, that is your answered prayer. So it's going to be awesome, because whenever I get pregnant, that's going to be something that you can celebrate, because that means that your miracle's coming. So whenever you get pregnant, you don't stop coming to the group. You come with your swollen belly and you be a walking Ebenezer, a walking testament of the goodness and the faithfulness of God, so that other women can look at your belly and look at your story and say, He's going to do that for me too. The other thing is, if we are walking through this together in community and we are building deep friendships with one another, we are building deep friendships with the Father, we're investing in one another's lives through prayer and building community together. If you suddenly are pregnant and you stop coming, you're letting your sisters down, because they've walked through that season with you, and so you want to be there to walk through with them. And the same goes when you bring your baby home through adoption. Whenever you bring your baby and you wrap that baby and wear that baby to our meetings, that is a beautiful picture of the faithfulness of God. We want to see babies in our meetings. We want to see swollen bellies. If you are pregnant, you are welcome here because we want you here. This is a culture of miracles that we want the garden to be about. If you, and that looks different for everyone. Some of you are praying for healing for your heart. Some of you are praying for healing for your body. Whatever that looks like for you, like, we want this to be a culture of miracles. We truly believe that this group is experiencing the fruitfulness of God. And we're learning what it means to walk in deep friendship with Him and to experience miracles. So babies are welcome here. And your miracle is also my breakthrough, because I get to experience what I've prayed for you. Your miracle is my answered prayer. And so I just want to kind of lay the foundation for that, first of all, in the group, because pregnancy announcements, we believe they are coming. We believe that they are many. We believe that babies are going to be in this group like crazy. And so we want that to be celebrated. That's not something to fear or to worry that you're going to step on toes. No, this is a celebration. So we just want to lay that groundwork from the beginning. We also we would love for you to invite more people into this group, because we feel like there are women who are walking through these types of stories and they are doing it alone. They don't have community. They don't have other women who can sit in a room with them with their stories and understand what they're walking through, understand their feelings about things. And so we do want you to invite other women in who you feel like would really benefit from this group. And with that being said, we also want to protect these women's stories. So we ask that only women who are walking through these things, miscarriage, infertility, infant loss, and adoption, only be invited to this group, because we want to keep this group a safe space where everyone can feel safe and seen, most of all. We know that the Lord is healing bodies in this group. He is supernaturally healing years and years and years of infertility. He is doing that because He is healer. And so we know that not only He's healing bodies, but He's healing hearts. And He cares more about our heart than He does the miracle. And so that's really what we want to see in this group, and what we believe is the foundation to this. So what does this look like? So we have this Facebook group. We like to stay engaged with this Facebook group, and we are going to start in the fall meeting once a month. And so we will be meeting at a church, and are from 6 until 8. And so during that time, we'll have fellowship and food. We want you to come hungry. We're going to feed you, because we think it's so important that we feast together. And that we sit at the table, we come to the table together, and we eat. We think that there's lots of symbolism, and it's so symbolic of so many things in the Bible, and so we want to do that. We want to eat together and break bread together and fellowship and talk and build relationships. So we'll be doing that. And then after that time, we'll have worship. We're so excited about the people who will be leading us in worship, and it's just such a great time that the Lord uses in our hearts to usher us into His throne room. And so we believe that's really important. And then after that, we will be doing a study. The fall semester, we're going to be doing the book Unseen by Sarah Haggerty. And if you haven't pre-ordered that book, you can go ahead and pre-order that book. You can go to sarahhaggerty.net. and order the book there, or you can just type it in Amazon, and it's called Unseen. So we're going to be walking through that book together in the fall semester, and so I'll be teaching after worship, and then after the teaching we're going to break up into small groups. And this is what I'm so excited about. Sorry, my nose itches. This is what I'm so excited about. The vision that the Lord has given us for this group is so much bigger than what we feel we could ever dream. So first of all, someone asked me, how long is this group going to last? And it's going to last until He says. So this belongs to Him. This is all His idea, and it all belongs to Him. So He's the boss, and He tells us what to do. And so we're just being obedient and following His leadership. But we really feel like the larger this group gets, the more intentional we want to be about building community in small groups. So there's going to be a Google form that you can fill out, and this Google form is going to give us your contact information, because we want to keep up with you. We want to know when your treatments are, and when your important dates are, and when your home study is, and all of those important events that are in your life. We want to know about it. So we have a leadership team that is divided, and they have different roles. And so this is going to help them connect with you. So there will be a portion of the Google form that is your information. And then there will also be a part that asks you to tell your story. So we want to know why you're here. What's your story? And then we want to know where you are currently in your journey. And then any food allergies, because I told you we're going to be eating together. So we would love for you to fill out this form so that we can get all of your information and we can know your story. And that form is going to help us to form you into small groups. So you're going to be in a small group of women with stories like yours. There is power in that. There is power in sitting and talking with people who know you, who get you, and they don't even know you, but their story is also yours. And of course, we all have different parts of our stories, and no one is ever going to understand exactly what our story is like, except for the Father. But being in a room with women who get it, it means so much. And so we're hoping that this group is going to be a source of encouragement for you, a source of hope. We are not about sitting around talking about how down and out we are because of these things that have happened in our life. That is not who we are. Who we are is a group of women who is chasing after the Father and believing in His abundant supernatural miracles. And we know that He cares more about our hearts than the miracle, and that's what we're really after here. We're after the heart. We're after knowing Him and using these hard spaces of our stories to be invitations to walk deeper into His heart. So you are so welcome. You are so welcome here. We are so glad that you're here. You all have been prayed for long before you even knew about this group. And we just are so excited to journey with you. And we hope that you'll take initiative in this group. Jump in and have conversations on the Facebook page and comment and ask questions. And we want you to be engaged. We want this to be a place where you find community and you find your tribe of women who are walking through this with you. We also want it to be a place where you find encouragement and hope in the hard parts of your story, and mostly where you look back on this time in your life and you say, I really got to know Him. That's when I really started digging deeper into who He is. So thank you for being here. We are so glad that you're here. If you have any questions at all, you can email me at jessica@gracewhilewewait.com. We also have a leadership team, and they are more than welcome, more than excited to help you answer any questions that you might have or anything that you might need. We are here for you. We are here to serve you and to love on you, and we are here to watch the Lord do crazy things in your life. So thank you so much for being here, and if you'll just fill out the Google form below, and we hope to see you soon.